This one writes this post: advice on difficulty dating after having known immense love. So there's a quote, it's like, better to have loved and lost than to never have loved at all. And so it's like you got an opportunity to really experience that, and you had that opportunity, and you had that those emotions. And a lot of people don't get that experience. So really be the first thing I do, just be grateful for that experience and say, hey, I really enjoyed that experience. I'm grateful that happened in my life. And when you can start to appreciate things, oftentimes what you'll notice is more of those same things come into your life, and you're just naturally attracted to those things. Another quote: what you appreciate appreciates. So let's get into this post. Okay, so I've had serious, loving, healthy, and long-term relationships before. They were always based on something rational and mature, like a conscious decision. But then 1 year after coming out of a 10+ year story, I met my ex. My ex and I experienced love at first sight. It's an understatement to say it was a powerful and fiercely fiery experience. Yeah, it's rare that it happens, but sometimes it does. And it's like, well, you really need those skills to, once this does happen, maybe it happens once every couple years, like you just totally click with someone like right off the bat. You still need the skills to really maintain that. So that's why it's important to always be preparing and always being working and always improving your skills in relationships and understanding and communication. And so do it. Really is that important. We parted ways for external reasons, mostly due to our poor timing, I guess, but I still know it wouldn't have worked out. I'm over her now. It's good I'm at peace. Okay, so it's actually a guy writing this post. We haven't seen each other in months, and I wouldn't want to anyways. So now things are a little bit changing here. So it's like he's saying, oh, it's love at first sight, but now they have like this total distance. And now it's like because of external things that he says, now they have this like gap. And so now I'm starting to kind of change my perception on this. Is he projecting these feelings onto her? Because it's like, well, the two of you are now separated at this point, or you have that space or whatever it is, but it's like, I don't know, it just makes me question the situation if it's reciprocated the feelings. I'm over her now. It's good. I'm at peace. We haven't seen each other in months, and I wouldn't want to anyways. Oh, yeah, sure. Okay. So he's like, now he's like, well, I wouldn't want to do that. But now he's actually writing this post. So it's just long posts on how he misses her and stuff. So that's probably just not totally truthful to himself there. But there's still an imprint of the extreme passion. So it seems like they had sex on like the first encounter, and then he thinks he's in love, kind of deal. I don't know. Or maybe there's more to it, but we'll see. I never loved and felt love that strongly before, and I don't expect to for the rest of my life. Well, that sucks, So it's like, well, geez, I mean, use it as like a reference point that you could basically see if you can replicate the same results by using the same, whatever, the same situations, or looking for that, or identifying what it really was that made you feel that way. And when you can understand that, then you could communicate to your partner to make you feel that way, or kind of guide the other person to make you feel that way, or set up your life again to make you feel that way. I started online dating a couple months back when I felt ready. After a few boring dates, I ended up meeting a really interesting woman that I'm super into. We click and connect for sure. I'm physically attracted. We seem to have matching goals. The whole package. The thing is, after having known love at first sight with a soulmate, yeah, I know how this sounds. Well, it's probably very, very truthful in your eyes, in your perspective. The male guys here. But it's really truthful in your perspective because that's truly what you're feeling. Even though it could possibly be this kind of fantasy realm that's like projecting your own emotions and feelings onto her. Regardless, I mean, you're still feeling that, so it still is your truth. Um, let's continue on. Thing is, after having known love at first sight, yeah, with my soulmate, I find it really difficult to have to go back to building something slowly, you know? Well, you never really built it in the first place. It's like with that other woman, you had like a hookup and then you felt like you were in love and then she was already gone. And so you never really built like an exclusive relationship, seemingly. Never really built like a long term relationship. You didn't really build something stable. You just kind of experienced it, had a little taste of it. And what you're going to find is, well, it didn't work for you there, but now you're probably going to try to repeat that and then just try to basically rush in. And when you rush in with women, it almost never works because women often take things much more slowly in regards to relationships for the vast majority. And so there's not really a way around that. I mean, the only exception you could really get around that would be if she was fantasizing about you for a long period of time. So maybe you were famous or maybe you were super successful. But as far as just naturally building up someone's like attraction, especially a guy building up a woman's attraction, it takes time. And so don't expect to have it like this quick success kind of deal, like get rich quick kind of thing I'm thinking of. It doesn't work that way.